out to the greenhouse to check on my seedlings. It's only been 3 days since I've sowed them, so I'm not expecting anything, but you never know. You just have to check, you know? You have to check. Okay, just did my makeup for the day and I got a new order from Sephora, so I thought I would show you. I treated myself. I got a little raise at work this year, which was nice. So I got a little Sephora order as a treat to myself. There's not a lot in it. There's only like 3 things, but I still thought I would show you. Anyway, okay, so the first one is a repurchase. So if it's a repurchase, you know it's good. I feel like I can't live without this at this point. I mean, of course we can all live without this stuff, yes, but my lips get so dry, and the Laneige lip mask, like lip sleeping mask, it's so good. If you're involved or watch any kind of like beauty social media or beauty YouTube, anything like that, then you've definitely heard of this before. I had their original flavor. They come in like really odd flavors, but I had their original flavor first, and then I went into Sephora and I smelled all the ones they had, and they have this one called Gummy Bear, which smells like grape also. It's like, yeah, like almost like grape gummy bear. This is my new favorite, so I got this one as a repurchase. It's amazing. They call it a lip sleeping mask, and I do keep it on my bedside table and use it at night, but I use it during the day also. I also have like their daytime lip gloss. I love Laneige lip products. They're really good. So I got this one. The second thing I got is the Rare Beauty Soft Pinch blush in the shade Joy. I'm almost out of this By Terry one that I purchased ages ago, and this one's kind of like a more apricot-y shade, so I wanted to get a more apricot-y shade again in my blush stash. And honestly, I would have repurchased this. I love this By Terry blush, but it's only available overseas. It's like delivered by DHL even, so it's a bit of a hike for it to get here. I do love it, but I wish that it was more easy to get in the US without having to like ship it from overseas. It just seems like a big deal, honestly, for one product. So I love this a lot, but it's not easily available in the US. It's not at our Sephora's or anything like that. So I thought I would give this Rare Beauty one a try, and I've used it for the first time today. It is very pigmented. Like, I just put 1 dollop on my cheeks and then spread that across both, and you can see I had to like wipe a lot of it off. So if you're someone who's scared of very pigmented blush, maybe stay away from this. But if you love blush as much as I do, then maybe this would be a good one for you. So yeah, that's the Rare Beauty blush. I love the color. I think it's a really great little apricot-y shade. I probably still have a little too much on, but blush fades a lot during the day, so I'm not so concerned. And then the last thing that I got that wasn't a sample, I've been wanting to try the Summer Friday, just Summer Friday products in general. I've never tried Summer Friday's products, so I wanted to try one, and I'm starting with their like debut product when they first launched. It's the Jet Lag Mask, which is apparently can be used like a moisturizer or like a mask depending on how much you put on. I'm not 100% sure. I'm gonna look into that, but I'm definitely excited to try this because my skin is always so dry. And then the other 2 things I got were just little samples. This Fenty Skin Cookies and Cream Detox Face Mask to try out, and then a Tatcha Body Milk, which is just a lotion, because like I said, I'm so dry, so I feel like there's no such thing as too much lotion in my life right now, and I'm running low on body lotion, so I was like, I'll use that. So that's my little Sephora order. I also wanted to chat with you guys. This is kind of a vulnerable thing to talk about, but I don't know what to do. Maybe you have suggestions or things that have worked for you about, this was before all the stuff with Mika and before the wedding, but I would say like that early last year, I started noticing when I was going to get my hair cut, a lot of hair loss, like a lot. Like I can see, I have a lot of hair. I'm a generally, I wouldn't say I'm a hairy person, but I had a lot of hair, a lot. And in the past year, you can see how much it's like thinned out. Maybe you can't, I don't know, but for me, I can tell. I have lost a lot of hair last year. And I mean, I could go into, I'm sure there are a myriad of reasons why, you know, COVID, of course, and, you know, losing Mika, stress, you know, from losing Mika and planning the wedding and all that. So I lost a lot of hair last year, and I've tried a lot of stuff, like the rosemary oil trend on TikTok. I've tried like supplements for like hair and nails types of stuff, and it's just not, it's not working, you know, and it's just a bummer. So I'm sure I'm not the only person who's ever dealt with this. So if that's you and you have suggestions for things that have worked for you, let me know, because it just really, it really sucks, you know? It knocks your confidence a little bit, especially when I'm just like used to having so much hair on my head. It's always been like a fine texture, but it's never, it's always been very like puffy and big to kind of make up for that. And now I just feel like I'm losing hair. I could feel hairs on me all the time because I'm just losing hair constantly. So yeah, just thought I would bring that up and share it with you that, you know, like this sort of stuff happens to me too. And yeah, it's a bummer. But I mean, I'm trying not to like stress about it too much because then it will just make it worse, I'm sure, but it is just a bummer. So if you have any tips or tricks or things that you know that have worked for you, would love to hear about it. Anyway, I'm about to start my work day now. It's Friday. Excited for the weekend, excited for some sewing, to get back into the swing of things. I started cutting out my first project since I've been back yesterday, and it feels good to get started on something. I don't know where it is right now because I had to clear off the table to cut the project out. I'm making some Persephone pants, but I had to like start planning a new spring and summer wardrobe essentially because I wasn't really feeling inspired by like my autumn winter ones. I'd made a lot of the stuff on that, and the things that were left, I was like, let's refresh this a little bit. I was feeling really inspired with the sewing right before I left for my honeymoon. I made so many great honeymoon makes, and so a lot of the stuff that's in my new little collection of items that I've planned 25 projects are still like lots of warm weather sewing. Some of them are not. So I can share some of those with you. But yeah, anyway, I cut out my first new project last night, a pair of Persephone pants, which are out of some checkerboard denim from Blackbird Fabrics. I'm pretty sure I showed that on, yeah, I did. I showed that on my YouTube channel when I got it in a while ago. So I'm excited to finally be making those. And yeah, I'm just looking forward to it. It's Friday! I'm opening this bottle of champagne. I'm sewing on my checkerboard pants. I was about to call them my Warped Tour pants. I probably will call them my Warped Tour pants. My checkerboard denim Persephone pants. And I love sewing with some champagne. So why not? Would you like a glass, darling?
Of course I would.
Guys, I have made so much progress on these pants. It's just like I slipped and fell into a pair of pants while watching Love Island, naturally, as you do. But yeah, I'm really excited about them. I don't want to pause right now, but I have to because Andrew and I are meeting some friends for some drinks tonight. So we're gonna go do that. I'm excited to see them, but oh, the pants! The pants, they're looking so good. Oh my God. Good morning, everyone. So I got really far in my Persephone pants yesterday. I started attaching the waistband, and I'm about to start doing the securing and top stitching. I'm very excited about these pants. I think they're gonna be such a cool piece in my wardrobe. I joked on Instagram that I'm like getting ready for Warped Tour over here. Speaking of Warped Tour, I feel like that means I'm finally getting to an age where certain people won't know like what I'm talking about anymore, which is sad. Jafar, do not eat my Persephone pants pattern. I always know the signs. It's getting close to his breakfast time, so he's getting angsty about it. Maybe he should be the one going to Warped Tour. Anyway, these pants are almost complete, so of course I'm thinking about my next project. In fact, this whole project is kind of a procrastination from deciding what I want to make next from, or first technically, from my 25 planned projects that I talked to you guys about briefly yesterday. I'm thinking, I haven't showed it to you yet, obviously, but one of the projects that is on there is this coat, and I just got this pattern. This is Mimi G's Simplicity 8749, and I want to make this coat right here. With that, do you guys remember that pink fabric that I had? Let me show you. Oh, I just created an avalanche inside my fabric stash, so it's gonna be fun to clean up. But I have this pink wool that I bought a long time ago because I really want to make a two-toned pink and camel colored brown, pink and camel color brown, like two-tone wool coat. So like half the coat would be in the pink and the other half would be in the camel, and then like the contrasting bits would be the opposite color. So if this is the pink side, I'll do like camel pocket, camel collar. I don't know if I'm going to do the camel sleeve. Like I don't know if I'm going to opposite the sleeves. I might fully color block it. Like this will be like the pink sleeve, pink side, and then this will be the camel side and camel sleeve. I don't know like how much of it I want to color block. I need to look at my inspiration coat to make a decision about what to do with that, because I really liked how the inspiration coat looked. So anyway, I have pink wool, but I don't have camel wool. And I really want to make this coat first while it could be seasonal, you know? So I'm thinking I'm going to make this right now. It's literally snowing outside, but it's been so warm this year. Jafar, oh my gosh, he knows what he's doing. It's been so warm this year that I feel like I should go ahead and get this done before I don't have time to wear it anymore. So that's the plan. I don't have camel wool though, so I'm gonna have to go to the garment district. Yes, lay down, thank you. I'm gonna have to go to the garment district to get some camel wool. I know I can find it at Mood Fabrics, but Mood is really expensive, and this pink wool is not, it's not like a nice fiber blend. I tried to find something, but there's just not a lot of options for like cashmere wool when it comes to pink. So half of it would be really nice and half of it wouldn't. I'm not really sure what kind of quality to get. So I'm gonna cut a little swatch from my pink to take it with me so that I can compare two things next to each other to get like the same weight and to get relatively, lay down. And to get relatively the same quality would be ideal. So that's the plan. Yeah, so that's the plan for today. I'm gonna go to Mood probably around the time when it opens. It's about like 8:30 right now or something. I don't know for sure. So I need to get ready to go so I can be there when they open at 10. I just left Mood. I bought two fabrics. I got the wool coating that I came there for and some Bember Rayon to use for my lining. The coating is like, I can't remember if it was Carolina Herrera or Calvin Klein dead stock, I don't know, but it was really nice. It's a little bit lighter than the pink wool that I had, but the one that was a good color match and close to the weight of the pink one was like scratchier, and so I just I didn't like it. So forewent that one, and then I just got a black Bemberg rayon. I'm headed home now because I have already spent $100 in there on those two fabrics. Mood is very expensive, but you find good stuff. All right, I am back home. Let me show you what I got. Here is the Camel wool coating. Isn't that so beautiful? And then just a black Bemberg rayon for the lining. I'm gonna set those aside for now. Probably leave them on the dining room table because I'm gonna finish up my current project first, and then I'll come back and cut that out later. They are finished, hem and all. Aren't they so cute? I am dying. I love them so much. This is the first time I've ever added back pockets to the Persephone pants. I really like it. So I'll probably do that for all of my future ones. But yeah, I'm in love. I sized down one size, but I feel like I could have even sized down another size. There's still a lot of room in the waist. I feel like for my next pair of Persephone pants, I've honestly made this pattern I think like 7 times now. I just love it. I think it fits my body so well now that I've just made like slight adjustments along the way. I'm always tweaking it though to make it better. But it's a straight waistband and it sticks out. Here, let me fold up my shirt one second. Okay, it's doing this thing right here where it's like standing away from my body in the center back and over here. And I think what I need to do is try cutting a curved waistband next time. I think that'll give me just like a better fit right here, but I think these are super cute and I love them. Absolutely love them. Thank you to Beck Visos for the inspiration to make these. She made a pair in like a light periwinkle kind of color checkered denim. So when I saw that, I was like, ooh, I want to make those. But yeah, love how they turned out. All right, so right now I'm putting away all of my stuff. I clean and tidy my craft room in full between every single project. Even if I'm about to get something else out like right away, I just put everything away where it goes and then start the new one after that. So I'm finishing tidying up and then I'm getting out all of the supplies to cut out my new coat. Okay, got everything out, prepped and ready. Next steps are gonna be to open the pattern. Here's the pattern that I got, by the way. I'm not sure if I've shown you already. It's the Mimi G's Simplicity 8749. Oh yeah, I showed you this morning. Duh. But yes, that coat. Yeah, so I just need to get the pattern out. I'm gonna read through the instructions, kind of make some decisions about what size I wanna cut. I think I'm gonna size up because I'm not making this in a super warm fabric right now. Like the lining is Bemberg rayon, so I think I'm gonna size up so that I can wear like sweaters and stuff underneath it. That's my plan anyway. But for now I'm gonna take like just a little break to eat lunch because it's already 2:30 and I haven't eaten lunch today. So I'm heating up leftover chicken and dumpling soup. It's one of my absolute favorites. I wish I could link it for you, but it's only in a cookbook. So yeah, but it's really good. Good morning, everybody. Well, good afternoon, I suppose, but the first time I've spoken to you today. We've been making our grocery list for the week. Andrew and I have some new kind of goals around, bring that with you. Some new goals around food right now that we've both wanting to implement. Last night we were talking about how he wants to start ordering in less, which I'm surprised because I feel like I don't feel like we order in that much really, like maybe once or twice a week tops.
Yeah, but I think that's still too much.
Yeah, I mean, it's still a lot.
It's so expensive.
Yeah, it is very expensive to order in New York now. Like, honestly, I can't, even at its cheapest, we cannot, there's no way that if we're both eating that we're spending a minimum of $50. Minimum, just to order in one meal.
And it's like not good quality food.
Yeah, so we're gonna try to lower the amount of food that we're ordering in. We're also, my new goal is I want to incorporate more plant-based recipes into our diet. So we're gonna be, that's on our list, I feel like, of goals every year. In some, I feel like more, less meat in general to help with carbon footprint. So I really want to eat more plant-based recipes, so we're going to do more of those. And then Andrew has expressed interest in canning and preserving, which I'm really excited about because I have like 2 or 3 canning and preserving books and that I've already had an interest in it, but we've not really taken the plunge on doing much of it because we live in a Brooklyn apartment, you know, like we don't need 5 jars of berry preserves, you know, but we would get through it eventually and we have some space to store stuff, so.
Yeah, the basement.
Yeah, oh yeah, the basement too, exactly. So we're gonna try out some recipes. We're gonna make an orange and lemon marmalade this week, and also Andrew's gonna make some half sour pickles, and he's been making me some pickled red onions for my meals lately anyway, so I'm excited that you're into this.
I pickle a lot whenever we do like Vietnamese food also.
Yeah, that's true. We make like little quick pickles a lot, but we've not really done any sort of canning and preserving on a scale. So we're gonna attempt to do that because we have all the supplies for water bath canning except for the tongs to like load to pick up the jars out of it. So right now Andrew is mixing up focaccia, it looks like. He's made the marinade for tonight's dinner. I'm working on stuff for lunch right now. This roasted sheet pan of veggies to go over a salad. And then from there I'll probably move on to making a carrot cake. Carrot cake. We just finished lunch, which was very delicious, and I was gonna make my carrot cake, but I think I might wait and make that later while Andrew's cooking dinner because I really want to get in some sewing time. So I've got all my pieces cut out. I started working on it last night just very briefly, but I could already feel myself rushing, I think because I was just tired of all the cutting out process. So I thought, you know what, nope, I'm gonna stop. I'll come back to it tomorrow when I feel refreshed and excited about it. So that's what I'm doing. So now I'm gonna start working on the coat. I'm really looking forward to having this in my wardrobe, but this is definitely more of a product make than a process make. To be honest, I'm not really in the mood to make a coat right now. It's a very involved project, I feel, and I'm not planning on doing a bunch of like really fancy tailoring techniques with this. I'm just gonna get it constructed, get it made. Yeah, nothing too crazy with it. Like I said, I'm not like in the mood really for a coat, but I really want to make this before it gets too warm because I don't want these bulky fabrics to sit in my fabric stash all year until I want to make a coat for next year. So getting it out of the way, but I'll be very excited to have this coat when it's finished. I've been wanting to have like a coat like this for, I don't know, 2 or 3 years now since I first saw it on an influencer. It's inspired by a ready-to-wear garment. The original coat I think cost like $1,500 or something like that. So yeah, pretty neat to be able to make it myself. Listen, I didn't think I wanted to make a jacket, but this is turning out so cool that I honestly don't even know what to do with myself right now. I'm like in love with it. I'm not even like maybe halfway finished with it. I just set in the first sleeve. I'm dying. I love this so much. I'm so glad I'm making this. I like held off for so long because it's such a weird color combination for me. I don't really have a lot of pink in my wardrobe, but because I've just been thinking about this coat for so long, I'm like, okay, Jaclyn, just make it, you know, just make it. And it's like surpassing my expectations, and this pattern is just so good. If you're looking for a good coat pattern, because trust me, I scoured for a long time to find like the perfect, it's a more fitted coat. I feel it is more slim fitting. It's not an oversized coat, although I guess it could be if you sized up. But it is like a more fitted coat. So if you're looking for that kind of style, would definitely recommend. I don't love how my pockets have turned out. It was so hard to sew these welt pockets. And honestly, I've done welt pockets a few times now and they've turned out great, but I've never done it on a fabric this thick before. This isn't normally sticking out this much. I think it's because I'm like lifting my arm a lot right now. Normally it does lay more flat. Or maybe it's not. Maybe I need to press that again. I don't know. This one turned out a little bit better, but this fabric is also lighter than this one is. This one's thicker. But yeah, these pockets did not turn out great. That one's okay. Like I said, this one is, oh my, it's embarrassing. But yeah, so I don't care though. The coat is turning out like absolutely stunning, and I would make this again in a heartbeat, and in like a black or a navy or an olive to do like a solid color version. I will definitely be saving this pattern to make it again. This will not be the last time I make this coat. And even better, Mimi G does a sew along with it on YouTube. So I'm not even really using the instructions that come with it. I'm just following along with her tutorial. The tutorial is wonderful. So yeah, really could not recommend this pattern more highly. It's amazing. And as an unfortunate side note, my machine is giving me a lot of grief right now. I don't know what's going on with it. I think there's just something going on with like the mechanical computerized portion of it. I mean, it's not really computerized, but I'm holding down the pedal and then it like will go really, really slowly for like, I don't know, several seconds, and all of a sudden like speed up super, super fast. It's really like disconcerting and nerve-wracking to sew on it right now. It's not doing that all the time, but it's doing it enough. So that's really making me sad because I love my machine. I just took it in for a tune-up, so this shouldn't be happening. I don't know what's going on with it right now. So I hope I can get it fixed again. I guess I'll call my machine repair guy again to see what he thinks about it. But I've sort of also been thinking about getting because this machine has a lot of sentimental value. In case you didn't know, it's my Mama's sewing machine. I learned how to sew on this machine when I was little. She got it in the 90s. It's a wonderful machine. I absolutely love it. But I have been thinking about investing in a new Bernina. It's just something I'm like tossing around. I watch a lot of videos and see all these like cool features that nicer machines can do. So I don't know. I'm just thinking about it. It's nothing too serious at the moment, but yeah, this machine has a lot of sentimental value to me, and so I just don't want to like run it into the ground where it's not working properly anymore. But I also like, you know, want to use it, and I need to keep using it, of course, to like keep it in good working order as well. So I don't know, I'm just thinking about it. But if you have a newer Bernina machine recommendation, I should also ask my aunt about this too. I'm sure she'll have opinions about that. But if you have a newer Bernina and you love it, I would love to hear from you. I'll probably test a few before I would ever make any sort of purchase. But yeah, just something I'm beginning to think about.